Sorry, this one's gonna hurt some people.
Oh no.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your favorite podcast, Stop the Internet Podcast. My name is Kelee.
I'm Tricia.
It's been so long since we've been here. I will address the rumors, the comments. We had a couple weeks without an episode. I'm so sorry. I was traveling for work and then I got COVID. A lot was happening. Now we're back on our normal schedule. So thank you for coming back.
Back and better than ever.
You had lots of time to catch up on all the past episodes that you may have missed. And now we're here and I'm excited.
Yeah. And it's fine.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It's fine. It's fine. You know, we needed a little mystery in our lore.
Yeah. Like, ooh, what's going on with them?
Where are they?
Where are they? Are they doing something cool? Are they in trouble?
Are they getting a deal with Spotify or YouTube? Yes.
Major brand deals.
It's all happening. Today, we're talking about things that we hate and things we need to stop doing. And all right, it's going to be lighthearted, but it's going to come off as hateful. So just brace yourself, okay? And if you have thin skin, maybe this is not the one.
Look elsewhere.
Yeah, okay.
For entertainment.
We might insult you, and I'm sorry about that. But at the same time, I'm not going to say it to your face, okay? I'll just say it in the comfort of my own podcast studio.
And, you know, we just have to get these things off our chests. So just let us do our thing and move on with your life.
Actually, I have seen people posting about that more recently where like 10 years ago, maybe not 10, maybe a little bit longer, 15 years ago, you were allowed to say if you didn't like something. And now, like, you are not allowed to say that you do not like something. Because if you don't like it, you're hating on people, you're insulting people. Like, what? Like, just because someone doesn't like my outfit doesn't mean they're insulting me. Like, unless they came up to me and like spit on me.
Yeah, exactly.
F you and your ugly clothes.
Yeah.
But like,
get out of my face.
Terrible fashion sense. Like, yeah, you could insult someone, but like, you could also just not like their outfit and just not like something. And it doesn't mean you're like a hater.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Like, I think that's interesting. We're in this like weird, I do think we're going to reach a tipping point with like social media culture though, where like everyone's getting so sensitive, and then it's even starting now. Like, I think
so too. I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen people being more bold with, or bolder, whatever, with like things that they talk about on podcasts and TikTok, and even like jokes.
Yeah.
That like maybe might have made me cringe, and now I'm like, whatever, I don't care, that's funny, like, and we all need to be able to laugh at ourselves every now and then, and like maybe that's insulting me, or maybe I can recognize it's insulting someone else, but like we can also all see that it's funny.
Yes.
And it's
if
for
it's
entertainment.
Yes. Like, you're allowed to make like a crazy joke sometimes. I mean, crazy. All right. Now I'm like getting scared. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, like, what if someone thinks I'm like, you know, discriminating? Like, no, you can be hateful, or you can make a joke about something, or just state that you don't like something, and there's a difference. And every time you say you don't like something, that is not being a bully, okay? It's not bullying someone to just state an opinion when they're not even in the room.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, well, she must have horrible morals.
Yeah.
And she doesn't like a t-shirt.
Terrible person all around because I don't like the t-shirt she wore. We need to all relax. We need to all slap ourselves in the face and slap each other.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Speaking of chronically online, I needed to start with this crazy thing that I saw.
Oh, no.
So I kind of think that I'm not chronically online, but I'm like, wait, what do they call that on like the psoriasis commercials when they're like, oh, moderate to severe chronic plaque
moderate
psoriasis.
To severe plaque psoriasis or something like that?
I'm moderately online. Maybe a little bit more than moderate. I'm between moderate and chronic.
Severe.
Yeah, I'm in the middle. So I can recognize that there is a lot of brain rot and a lot of chronically online things happening, and it might be hurting us as a whole. But I also support most of it. And I feel like I'm being confusing right now, but it'll make sense in a second. Okay. We've all seen, well, I think I'll speak for all of us. We've all seen the crazy TikToks that are like, pack my Stanley, or like, organize my junk drawer. And it's like, they pick like 10 of the most aesthetic highlighters I've ever seen. And like, let's be so for real. As an adult, who is using a highlighter? Because the last time I needed to use a highlighter, I think was when I was in high school. Like, what are you highlighting?
I used to bring highlighters to work and then I never used them.
Yeah.
I was so optimistic, but let's be real, no one's using them.
No, like it's rare that I'm even touching paper, let alone needing to highlight something for later, you know? So anyway, these like chronically online videos of like organizing the junk drawer, and it's just the most aesthetic junk drawer, and like packing the Stanley or packing the fridge, and there's like 19 different like organization boxes, and like they put the juice into the different container, and every comment is like consumerism final boss.
Yeah.
I love them. I mean, I watch all the videos because they're very satisfying.
They are.
But I do think it's getting too far because, okay, and this is actually a good transition because it kind of leads into one of my like things that I hate / like things we all need to stop doing. And it has to do with skincare, which I've talked about on the podcast before, but I really feel strong about it, clearly. I saw a video of a dermatologist talking about a certain like element of skincare, and the top comment on this dermatologist video is, I literally screenshotted it because I was like, this is too crazy.
I know.
Do you do virtual consults to help build a routine? I have insurance. All right, no hate to this person at all. With peace and love, do you take virtual consults to help build a routine? This is called making a doctor appointment. Like,
yes.
This is called seeing a physician. And if it's online, that's called telehealth or virtual health. And you need to contact someone that is near you because that's probably who's going to be covered by your insurance.
Yeah. And
like
someone's
physically near you.
Certified.
Yes.
Who knows what they're talking about. Because you know that there are people out there who are probably doing virtual consults
Oh my God, yeah.
for morning routine or evening routine. Not even skincare, just like a routine.
Yes. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, routine? Like, okay, yes, you can argue that it's a routine. This is not your daily routine. This is your medical treatment plan that is prescribed by a physician. Like, what are we talking about?
I know.
I was like dying at this. I was laughing and I'm also like cringing. And I'm also just like, how did we get to this point? But I understand how we got to this point. But it's just like crazy how TikTok has like made every medical treatment plan a daily routine. Or like we are replacing medical treatment plans with daily routines and like 18 serums and like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, there is no way. And this is me speaking completely biased because I've never used like a celebrity skincare or like some like face oil from Sephora. Like I've never used them because I've been on a routine that was given to me by my doctor.
A board certified dermatologist.
Exactly. For the past like 8 years. And it's been working for me. But I'm like, there is just no way that your 18 face oils from Sephora or from a celebrity brand are better than this prescription that a physician prescribes to you based on your personal medical problem.
Right. And your health background and whatever else. Your environment.
Literally everything. And your insurance and where you go to the pharmacy and pick it up. And like, it just like blows my mind too with the prices of...
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Cause like I have insurance and I have shitty insurance because I am a, what am I?
A self-employed queen.
I'm a freelancer. I'm self-employed. So therefore... I don't have an employer offering me health insurance, so I have to pay for it on my own. So my co-pays are kind of like high compared to someone that maybe has really good health insurance. But anyway, my prescriptions I think are like $25 or $30, which is probably cheaper than a lot of like celebrity face oils.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
They last like 6 months because of how much product I use, but I use it every single day. Sometimes twice a day. It lasts months and it's $25 or $30 plus like the $15 CeraVe lotion, you know, that my dermatologist told me to use. So like, why are people doing this? Like, and then it's like, oh, a virtual consult. Like, make a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
That is so funny.
Yeah, that was like, I had to get that off my chest because I just saw that yesterday and I was like, no, I need to say this on camera.
Yeah.
And share my, 2 cents about
People
it.
have just completely lost sight of like reality. I
No,
don't even know.
seriously.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
That kind of reminds me, this is like way off topic, but I follow this girl on TikTok and she will sometimes dress her baby. Just the terms that she uses for the baby clothes, I'm like, this just makes you sound like you've just been on Instagram or TikTok for too long. This, and like maybe people will come after me for this, but not really, but whatever. She calls the baby onesies bodysuits and rompers. And like, maybe that's normal because then I will go, like my sister just had a baby, so I bought some clothes for the baby and some of the websites do say like bodysuits, but I'm like, a bodysuit is what I picture, like a going out like bodysuit for like
Yes,
girls.
too sexy.
Yes, exactly. And a baby wears a onesie. And it just feels like the internet has like blurred the lines of these terms, and I just when she said it,
I hate that.
Yeah, it threw me off. I'm like, wait, what did she just say? And then I was like, I guess it technically could be a bodysuit. Like, I guess that makes sense, but at the same time, it like really threw me off.
Yeah. Okay. I
don't know if I'm the only one.
I guess you could make the argument because it's like a snowsuit is like or like I guess neck to toe.
No, she had like it was short sleeves with like the snap under the diaper.
What?
Like no legs.
That is,
you know what I'm
a
saying?
onesie. Yes.
Like a leotard looking shape. It's a baby onesie.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Wait, that's so sad to me that we're dressing our babies in bodysuits.
Bodysuit. Like cute bodysuits.
No, it's a little baby dressed in a onesie.
Exactly.
Wait, that's so sad. Speaking of babies being influenced by TikTok, I did just see a video of a girl like kind of going on a rant, but it was like a constructive criticism, like cheering for you kind of rant, saying how like with the beige moms, like, like the sad beige moms and like oatmeal moms that everything in their house is like the color of this blanket. That is actually really bad for kids because kids need contrast and colors and they need texture and they need to like put a block through a hole because they need to feel that like this shape goes through this shape and that shape goes through that shape and red matches red and blue matches blue. Like that is how humans develop, and like everything is beige now, so your kids are like not learning as they should be. Like the babies are only seeing one shade of brown or like shades of brown rather than seeing every color of the rainbow in the block set. And like you're having a child and it's not destroying your beige aesthetic home. Like it's giving the child the toys and the colors that it deserves because it's a human baby and it's not an aesthetic. Like you're having a baby, you're not aesthetic, okay? Your baby's gonna be disgusting. It's gonna throw up. It's gonna be messy. You're gonna be stressed. And your house is going to get dirty.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay if the blocks are red. It's okay if the blocks are green. Not everything has to be your aesthetic because you need to give the baby that you chose to have what it deserves.
Right. Right.
And I fear the day I have a child because I'm like, will I eat my words? But I really don't think so because I don't even think the like aesthetic like beige mom things are cute. Like I want to dress the baby and like, sorry, there's a bug near me and it's like flying right in front of my face. No, I want to dress the baby in like all the crazy colors and like the magic school bus outfit and like, you know what that teacher, you remember like Miss Frizzle, what she would wear?
Yes.
She would wear those crazy outfits.
Yeah, she was an icon.
Yeah.
No, I've even seen people joke online where they're like, of course my baby chooses like the ugliest toy in the house. We have all these pretty wooden, natural looking toys, and then they choose like the Playmate or whatever it is brand.
Oh no.
Yeah, but they're like joking. I've seen them where they're joking, where they're like, yeah, of course they're gonna choose the most colorful, fun toy, but they're like, oh no, like ruining my aesthetic. And at least some people get it that you are being ridiculous because they're just joking. But I don't know. I've started buying like baby gifts because people in my life have had babies now. And I do tend to go towards the more colorful ones because I'm like, realistically, I think they're going to like this better than like, I don't know, wooden blocks that are just like natural colored and boring.
I know. Oh my gosh, I'm going to start doing that. Like when my friends have babies, I'm going to try to like buy the most colorful thing on the registry or like buy something that's not on the registry and be like, sorry, you just have to have this because
going off registry.
You need something colorful. And I'm sorry, I'm doing this for you, not against you.
Exactly. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, truly. Okay, should we continue on?
Yeah. Should I say some of my hates?
What's something you hate?
I wrote this list, I would say over a month ago, and I'm just now looking at it.
Okay.
So some of these might be surprises to even myself.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Okay, so my top 2 things I hate / need to stop doing. First one is going to bed late and getting up late. And then the next one is making up excuses for having 1 million lazy days. So those are a little bit more serious. They're not quite as funny. And I'm really calling myself out here.
Wait, that's so valid though, because I also go to bed so late. And I don't always wake up late, but there are days. The other day, I'm just going to admit something, okay? And I'm not going to be ashamed of it. Kind of.
Okay.
Sometimes I listen to podcasts and they're like, yeah, I slept in till like 9 o'clock.
And I feel shame.
I'm like, 9 o'clock? That is average. That's an average time to get up. That is not late. And then if I get up at 8,
I think they do that on purpose.
You think?
I think that they know what they're doing by saying that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like lying. Yeah, I'm going to start saying that. Oh, I get up every day so early, 8 a.m. I'm like, that is early to me, actually.
Yeah.
And 9 is
Get
not
over
late.
yourself.
Yeah. The other day, I slept in until 11:30. Yup. It was a Sunday. It was a rainy Sunday. I didn't have anything to do that day.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I kept, actually, we have alarms on our house, and basically a spider went in front of the security cameras and triggered the alarms, and then the police came.
Oh my God.
It was not good. Yeah. At 3 a.m. I wasn't even there, but I was like getting the alerts on my phone, and then I'm like looking on the cameras, having a heart attack because I see people outside of my home. That was not good. So I did have like a mini heart attack. I was very startled in the middle of the night. But then I did wake up like, at like 9:30-ish. And then I'm like, whatever, I'm tired. And then I just like let myself sleep. And then I woke up and I'm like, yeah, it feels like 11:30. And I checked the time and it was 11:37.
Wow.
And I was like, oof. But you know what?
That's okay.
I would have gotten up and sat my ass on the couch.
Exactly.
And watched a movie or something.
Yeah.
So why not sleep? Actually, one of my friends from like college would always do that. She would get up so early. She would get up at like 8 or like 7:30, 8-ish. And then she would be awake for like 2 hours. This is like a weekend thing. And then she would take a nap at like 9 or 10 for an hour and a half. And I'm like, why do you get up so early? Just sleep the hour and a half during your night. Right. And then you're not like wasting your middle of your day like on taking a nap. Like you're allowed to sleep in. It doesn't make you lazy. Sleep in until 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like you're allowed to sleep. I used to be so embarrassed, and I kind of still am, about how much sleep I need. But like I am not good with 8 hours of sleep. Not 7, not 8. Like I think I actually need like 9 or 10 hours of sleep. Especially if I'm like really busy in that week or month or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I need so much sleep.
Yeah.
And I don't do well without it.
No, same.
And I don't get how people sleep. And well, actually, I think I heard that men biologically need less sleep than women, or like males need less sleep than females. Like a male could do 7 hours, but a female needs like 8 to 9. So I'm going to blame it on that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep sleeping in.
We're females. Get over it.
Yeah, get over it.
Yeah. No, I just feel like it's better to listen to your body if you're able to. Like if you're able to, if you wake up and you're tired and you have the time to sleep a little bit more, I think that's very healthy.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's probably good for you. I don't know.
I know. I mean, I get like you can sometimes sleep too much because then you're like lethargic throughout the day. So I've definitely made that mistake at times. But like, I don't know. I don't think sleeping in makes you lazy. I went on a rant about this on another podcast episode. And actually some people commented on YouTube on the short that I posted and agreed with me. And I was like, if you're the most productive person from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., and then you go to sleep at like 11 and then you wake up at like 10:30, 11 a.m. and do it all again the next day, people would be like, oh, wow. But if you're like, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m., I'm up, I'm out, people are like, wow, how do you do it? Why do you care what time I'm productive? Like, it doesn't matter. But I guess like people think it matters. I'm like, why? Why does it matter?
I don't know.
Like, what is there like something healthy? I mean, I guess like your circadian rhythm and whatnot.
Yeah.
I heard another thing that like some people, you know how there's like night owls, morning birds? What do they call it?
Crickets? I don't know.
Morning risers? I don't know. Early birds.
Oh, yeah.
Owls. There's also like 2 more. There's at
I've
least
heard that
one more,
too.
and I'm gonna just say that there's 2 more. So like, what if you're the middle one?
Right.
You know, you're just gonna get shamed for it. Whatever.
That's my biology.
Yeah, I can't control it.
Get over it.
Yeah, get over it. Maybe this episode should just be called
Get over it.
Truly.
For me personally, so first off, my job makes me sleep in a lot
Oh my God,
because I'm so tired. That was my first issue, is staying up late. That is truly my issue.
Wait, share your schedule for the people.
Well, I got a new job, so my schedule will be changing. Woohoo! But I used to work inpatient at a hospital 3 12-hour shifts a week.
And they were random, right? Like not the same every week.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was different every single week. It could have been like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, anything. Night, day, weekend, holiday, anything. You never know.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I typically tried to work a lot of day shifts because night shifts just like knock me on my butt, and I would literally sleep for like days and days to recover and get back onto like a normal human schedule. So I tried to avoid night shift. You know, I'll be sleeping in if I work night shift.
Yeah.
But even day shift, I would try and work more day shifts because I felt more like a person on my days off when I worked day shift. But for my day shifts, I would wake up at 5 a.m. and I would leave, drive an hour to work for 12 hours, leave work, drive an hour home. So it was like a 14-hour day for me. So I would leave the house at like 5:45 and get back usually around like 8:30, 8:45 at night. And then if I had to work the next day, I'd literally like take a shower, eat dinner, go to sleep, do it again. So on my days off, I did feel like I know it's not a thing to catch up on sleep. Apparently you can't do that, but I did feel like I was catching up on sleep. But I do think I didn't help myself because I sometimes would stay up late when I knew that I didn't have to work the next day. And I've heard that that's like a rebound thing that people can do if they're very busy, typically. Yeah. So I think that I did that to myself. And I'm like, I just need to put my phone down and go to sleep because I'm definitely tired, but like I need to like have this wind down time where I'm not thinking about work. So I don't know. And I also think it was a mix. Like when I would get back from work, my adrenaline was still like pumping.
Oh my God, I'm sure.
Like ask my boyfriend, I would get back and just talk and talk and talk and talk. And he's like, all right, chill. But I think it was because I was so like amped.
Yeah. Like so much just happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it's not like you're sitting at a desk all day, like sending emails. Like you're on your feet, like interacting with people. Crazy shit is happening.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, but then that brings me to my second point of making up excuses for having all my lazy days is like if I would work 2 or 3 days in a row, I would have like my first day off would be like a lazy day for me, which was definitely necessary. But then the next day does not have to be a lazy day for me. And a lot of times it was.
Okay.
And it's like, no. You need to get up and like do something. And just because you worked, everyone works.
Yeah.
Like to an extent, that can be an excuse, but like it shouldn't always be an excuse every single day. And I am getting better about that. I don't know. I think it's a mix of a lot of stuff. And then if I didn't get enough sleep the night before, I would get like anxious and overwhelmed with like stuff I wanted to do, and I would just end up not doing anything.
Yeah.
So it's a whole mix of things. It's improving though because I'm aware of it, but it is something or multiple things that I hate.
No, that's a good point. I just did the excuses thing because I had COVID relatively recently, and then I was like wiped out. This is the first time I ever had it. So I was actually kind of surprised at how sick I actually was and how long it lasted. And I just like could not do anything when I had it. And then I got over it, whatever. And then this week I like felt myself like, well, there was like a couple days in there, like in the week after, where I was like, oh, but like I was sick. So like it's okay if I like move slower, don't get as much done. Like I was sick. And then this week I was like, I mean, it's fine because like I was sick. And I was like, all right, it's too long. Like you need to sit down at a desk and do something productive. Like you can't just be like, but I was sick 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm recovering.
No, you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
So
no,
I feel you.
It's just hard because I do believe like self-compassion is important, but self-discipline is also important.
Yeah,
so you just have to find the balance, and it can be very difficult.
Yes.
So
I feel you. Okay, love those.
Nobody's perfect.
Slay. That's so true.
Woohoo. Okay, a few more real quick things that I hate. Quick doctor's appointments where they don't do anything for you.
I was just talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
I was talking about going to the doctor. It was the gyno. I really like the doctor because she's very comforting and like kind, and she seems very knowledgeable. Sorry, this bug is like the whole episode. I'm gonna be like waving my hand.
It's like, you're gonna talk shit, I'm gonna fly in your face
yeah,
more.
Exactly. This is my karma. It was so fast. Like she's like, awesome, you're good. Have a good year. See you next year. And I was
are you sure?
I was like, that was a little bit too quick, even for a professional.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I feel you. That's so true. Yeah. Okay, I agree.
Windex. Not a fan of Windex.
Wait, really?
I think it's too streaky. Unless I'm not using it right, not a fan.
Oh my gosh.
I've realized on mirrors, if you just get a wet paper towel, wipe it down, and then get a dry paper towel and dry it off, no streaks.
With water?
Just water.
Wow.
Save some money.
Yeah, true.
And maybe even save your endocrine system. I don't know if it's like a toxic thing.
Yes.
All right, I'm so annoying.
No, it probably is. Okay, good point.
Low sinks and low toilets. Not a fan of stuff that's too low in the bathroom.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Shower heads too.
Oh
Not
my
a fan.
God.
Yeah.
Wait, when I was in France, I just went to France, by the way. I forgot if I said that. But anyway, the shower in the hotel in Paris. So everything's smaller in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
The shower was like, it was like Buddy the Elf style. And I'm not even that tall. I'm like 5'6", and it was below my head. And I was like, I can't imagine a tall person coming in here. Like someone that's like 6 foot, like they'd have to take a bath like every day because this shower is so short. So yeah, I feel you.
That's so funny. My dad is 6'4". He would struggle.
Yeah, honestly, I would tell him to not stay in this room because like all the rooms were different in the hotel. My friend was like down the hall and the shower was normal. I would
Weird.
Yeah. I guess because it was an old building, it was like not, I don't know, it wasn't like perfectly symmetrically made. Yeah, I don't know.
That
I
would
would
be
tell
charming, but...
I really
annoying.
love the hotel. I would stay there again, but it was more just like, I can't imagine a tall person in this room.
All right. On the same vein, running out of hot water in the shower.
Oh my God.
That's worst?
Yes. Wait, can I say a shower one?
Yeah.
That I forget if it's on my list, but this is relevant right now.
And I have another shower.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go first or should I?
Hair looking great right before a shower.
Ah!
That's another bad one.
That's so true. Wait, that was like rapid fire. I'm like, shit. Like every single one of them was so valid.
I wrote these within like 5 minutes. They were just coming.
Wait, yes.
I don't know how. I'm so bad at like making lists on the spot, but it worked for this.
Yes. When we were talking about doing this episode, I was like, all right, I'm going to need some time for that to like write my list. And then I had a list that was like half of what I have now. And then I thought of the second half all within the last day. And I was like, wait, this and this and this. I was just like on a roll. Okay, something that I hate.
We're just hateful people.
I know, I guess we are. So sorry. Rain shower heads suck.
Yeah.
They suck. And I don't get why every luxury hotel has a rain shower head. They are so annoying.
They're only acceptable if you have the option of the other
Yes.
one and can turn off the
other one is always okay. Wait, yeah, because some of them do have both that are like equal sizes. But the last one that I was in that had a rain shower head was like this luxury hotel. It had like this little wand that was like not even half the size. And I will say, I'll give this one credit. The water pressure was phenomenal. It was amazing. Okay. And I was like, you know what? Okay, this kind of makes up for it.
Because that's another hate. Low water pressure.
Yes, I agree. I also flooded the bathroom at the luxury hotel in Paris because my pants were dirty after 2 weeks in France and I wanted to wash them. So I put them in the shower and I was like, oh, I'll just run the hot water on them for a little bit and then I'll put the soap. Because my sister had this detergent that you use like in the sink when you're traveling. Anyway, this water pressure was so good that I opened the door and the entire bathroom had 3 inches of water. I'm not kidding. 3 inches of water in the whole bathroom. And I was like, my gosh. Shit. And me and my friend are like, oh my God, we're like getting every towel. Like as soon as I moved because it was like the shower was not a bathtub. It was like a walk-in shower. And it was like a step up from the rest of the bathroom, a 3-inch step up. Okay. That had so much water in it. And then it was spilling out into like the normal part of it. 2 to 3 inches. I'm not being dramatic. Oh my God. There was not a drain in the floor. But as soon as
there was no drain.
Well, there's a drain in the shower, but not on like the actual floor part. Okay. So the only way to get the water up was to sop it up and then lift it into the shower. So as soon as I took my pants off the drain, all the water went away in the shower. So then it was just the
Were they blocking the drain?
Yeah, they were blocking the drain. It was completely my fault. I was like, wow, I feel really stupid right now.
Oh, no.
I was like, I'm going to do laundry in the shower. It'll be great.
Yeah.
It was not great. Yeah, it was not great.
Travel hack.
And then we used every single towel in the room to sop up the water and like squeeze it into the... I told my friend, I was like, I'm so sorry. This is my fault. You should leave. I should do this. This is my problem and I will fix it. Thank God that the shower, like this hotel was like well made, and the bathroom floor and like a little bit of the walls on the bottom was all made of tile that was very well like grouted. Like, because my friend was like, we have to call the hotel and tell them because this is going to seep down to like the lower levels.
Yeah.
But we cleaned it up so fast, and it was so like the floor was so well made that there was like we just were able to clean it all up. Yeah.
All right.
And nothing happened. And then like,
that's
I don't know. I just picked, well, now I'm like, did something happen? But like, no, I really think it was fine. Like the floor was so, just like well made. And so the water didn't touch drywall because the tile went up like 4 to 5 inches, like around the border of the room. Yeah, it was not my best moment.
So the entire bathroom was a shower then?
It was a very hot shower. It was
that's
nice.
Fine. Yeah.
Kind of liked it. Yeah. And then my punishment was going downstairs and having to get new towels and tell them what happened so that I was like, there is like some water. We got all new towels. Okay, wait, what was your other shower one? Oh, you just said it. Okay, yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, this one's kind of more like deep. Saying yes to things you actually don't want to do. And I feel like I already talked about this like maybe in the beginning of the year in like my New Year, New Me episode, but I really think this is like so real, and we all just need to stop saying yes to everything. If you genuinely don't want to do it, like it's fine to not do everything and not say yes to everything.
I agree.
Even if it's like your friends are all going ice skating. If you hate ice skating, you don't have to go. You can meet them out later. That's it.
I like that. I have trouble with that.
I do too. It's really hard to like actually implement. Like it's really easy to like talk about, but then to actually act on it is way harder, but I do think it's worth it.
I agree. My issue is that I just get like positive feedback from it, meaning like when I do say yes and I don't want to go out, I typically do have a good time.
Okay, I feel you.
So it's hard for me to then be like, no, I should say no if I don't want to go, because I'm like, well, typically I don't regret it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I think it's my personality. I enjoy being around people. I wouldn't say I'm an extrovert, not that this matters at all, but I do feel like I like being around people. Like I've never lived alone in my entire life, even in college. Like never had my own room, never had my own bedroom until I graduated college.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because I shared a room with my siblings like my entire childhood, and then in college shared a room with my same
you did
bestie Gabby all 4 years. Yeah.
Okay.
And my boyfriend Matt, he's like, yeah, you just like will sit near people even if everyone's in silence. Like you will never just like go to your room or like go somewhere else. Like if someone's like around, you'll just like go sit and just hang and like
that's a
do
good
nothing
quality,
but like you're with someone. I do have to be with people though. I'm like, you're right, I've never noticed that.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to your point, I feel like I typically have a good time because I enjoy being around people.
Yeah.
So like not always, but usually no matter what it is, if I'm like with people, I
have a good time.
I'm happy.
That's a good point. Okay, that's a good point.
But I do think it's worth it if you have like anxiety, or if you're sick, or if you're just very tired and run down. Like don't go.
Yeah.
Like, don't say yes. Be real with yourself. Like you do not have to go to every event ever.
Or if like you're feeling happy, like I feel like yes to all that, but then there's also times where I'm like, I'm in a good mood, I'm not tired, I am excited to do something, but it's just not that.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do it. And
I agree.
It's not even just plans. Like I literally can't think of one other example of something that has like come up that I just don't want to do. But I'm sure there's things that I felt guilty saying no to, so therefore I said yes. And like, I guess I probably did have fun afterward. Okay, maybe this is not a good example. I don't know. There's definitely things that we look back on and we're like, that was boring and I wish I didn't go because I didn't want to anyway.
Or like a waste of money. Like don't waste your money if you can't afford it. Not worth it.
Yeah, that's that on that. Okay, give me another.
I hate how fast dust builds up.
Oh my God, that's so true.
I'm like hyper aware of dust.
Me
so
too
that's
now.
Tough. Yeah.
As I get older, every year,
yes.
I'm more aware.
There's more dust, it seems.
It's crazy. How is there so much?
In places you would never expect.
I know.
On vertical surfaces. Yeah, maybe you'll get there. Maybe you'll start to see it.
It's insane.
It's upsetting.
Yeah, it is.
And I do need to get rid of it because I have allergies.
Yeah, me too.
So I can't just like let it go and be fine. It's upsetting. Trying to close a door with your hands full. Like hands full, trying to get the door behind you. Hate that.
Wait, that's such a good point. I've never thought about that. No, yes. Okay, also, I just thought of this one, but making decisions based off like how you look. And here's my example. I got a wagon in the past few years because as a wedding photographer, this girl that I knew who photographed weddings, she got a wagon.
I'm thinking you're just like play wagon.
Oh yeah,
park wagon. I'm like, all right.
It's like sporty. It's like all black and it like folds up. It's really sleek. Yeah. And the wheels are like really smooth and like whatever. It was kind of not expensive. It was like $75. So anyway, she had this wagon because there's this wedding venue where you had to park like a mile away and then walk all the way down to the venue part of it. And she's like, I don't want to carry all my stuff. So I just throw everything in this wagon. And then if any of the bridesmaids or anything want to put their stuff in there too, it works for everyone. And I was like, that is genius.
Yep.
A wagon?
Love it.
Yes, I need one. So then I bought one. Rarely need to use it at weddings actually because most wedding venues aren't that big. And I have a roller bag now. And anyway, but I started using this wagon for my daily life. It is amazing. Like going from my car to my boyfriend's apartment, I have so much shit. Like, I don't even know why. Like, sometimes I'm like, what is all this? Like, what do I have? Like, on the 4th of July, me and my sister were going over there to, like, hang out. And then we're going to go do some 4th of July thing. And, like, we had a cooler, a bag with the not cold food in it. I had my bag of clothes. I have the shoes. I have the bag for the thing that I'm doing 3 days from now because I'm not going to go back and get it. Like, just so much stuff. And I'm like, this would be a menace to hold. And then it would take me 4 trips. I put all the shit in the wagon, get in the elevator, go up. That's it.
I love it.
Take it all back down in the wagon. It's amazing. Yeah. Get a wagon. It's $75. It's the best money I've ever spent.
That's smart, honestly. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I love the wagon.
Going off of that, I hate how many items I own but don't need to.
Wait, that was going to be my next one. Elaborate.
To be completely honest with myself, I don't think that I'm like overdoing it with my consumerism or how many items I own, but I do look around my personal space and I think this is not all necessary. Like it's not over the top. It's very organized, very clean. Like it's not like taking up unnecessary space that I could be using for other stuff. Like everything's fine and looks great, but it's not necessary. And I used to be stressed back in college. I would always say, I hate that I have enough items that I have a full bedroom here of my own stuff and I have a full bedroom at my parents' house of all my own stuff.
That's a great
Why do I have 2 bedrooms full of stuff? So I no longer have 2 bedrooms, but I still feel like I have a lot of stuff. Mostly I would say like toiletries and like skincare products, like unnecessary tools that I thought I would use and I don't use. But yeah.
Okay, my next thing on my list of like things we need to stop doing is buying everything that you want. You do not need to buy everything you want. You're allowed to have things that you want and you just will never have. Like that's fine. Or like if you like the idea of this product or whatever, you don't need to buy it, even if you want to. That's exactly the reason is like we have so much stuff. And I heard this quote recently, we don't own our stuff owns us. I actually think that because I typically tend to overpack for everything because I like to have more options for outfits. Like if I'm getting ready at my friend's house, if I'm going like down the shore for a weekend, like anything, I like to have more options with clothing, with shoes, with everything. So then I bring so much. The more you carry though is like more stressful. Like I know I just was ranting about the wagon because you can carry so much. You can't bring the wagon everywhere.
You can fit all your stuff into it.
Yeah. But like you don't need as much as you actually think you do. And the more you have, the more stressed you are. Like, the more things you have to clean, the more things you have to get broken, the more things you have to move around when you're dusting. Like, the less you have, the less time you take, like, managing your stuff.
Yeah.
And
like, the more trash you'll eventually accumulate
that
when you
is
throw away your
true.
stuff.
That
stresses
is so
me
true.
out. Yeah.
On my note, I wrote the TikTok shop, the accessories for every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
You do not need to be final consumerism boss. Like, I know that it feels good to receive something in the mail. It's actually scary how good it feels to receive a package with my name on it. I'm like, whew, yeah. Mm-hmm. Haven't felt like that in a while.
Yeah, a rush.
It seriously is. I see my name on a package and I'm like, yeah. But like anyone else's name, I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
I think I want to start ordering packages with someone else's name on them. Like my mom, my sister, like my friends, someone else's name, because I want to get over that. Like, I do not want to feel the like rush I feel when a box arrives at my home from Amazon or anywhere for that matter. Because if I got a box every day, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe if I got a box every day, returned it. No, but I was like, it's not even the stuff that I want. It's the idea of getting the stuff.
Yeah.
And this is so true because I just was down the shore on the boardwalk. I was in the mood to play a boardwalk game. So we go over, we play this game where you throw the ball into like the colored ring, and if it gets in the ring, you win. So we won twice. Mm-hmm. We won the smallest prize and the medium-sized prize. A slay, kind of. But anyway.
Damn.
The small prize was so small. And the medium prize was this like cute stuffed animal that I'm like, okay, that's like cute for like the shore house bedroom, like guest bedroom. You like put it on the bed. It was a seagull with fries. Anyway, it's like a really iconic stuffed animal. It will definitely end up being a dog toy or getting donated in a few years from now. But like, okay, whatever. I can donate it to the SPCA. Anyway, the small one, I was kind of like not proud of myself because I've been like actively trying to do this for like years. But just because something is free and it's like available to you, you do not need to take it.
Yeah.
And like, yes, I did just pay to play the game and I won the prize. But like, I do not need the stuffed animal that's the size of my hand that I don't think is like cute or exciting. Mm-hmm. And it's literally going to sit in my house and then I'm either going to throw it into the trash or give it to Goodwill. And I'm like, I just don't need to take it at all. And I did ask the guy, I was like, can we just have the one and you can just give the other one to a little kid? Like if a kid comes up and doesn't win, can you give them the little prize? And he said yes. And I was like, I really hope he actually does.
Yeah.
But I just like have been realizing that I love playing claw machines like down the shore in an arcade. Like a claw machine is so fun. I don't actually want the thing that's inside. Yeah. I just want the feeling that I get when I get it and then I have it in my hand and I'm like, bye. Like, I don't actually want it.
You could give it to a kid yourself. That's just to like ensure that it gets to someone who would appreciate it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's like what you truly want is like the feeling of winning, the feeling of getting the thing. You don't actually need the thing.
Yeah.
And most times you probably don't even want the thing. I feel like a lot of times we go to like a fair or something. If there's like this charity you like donate money to, they're like, oh, well, if you donate money, you get the free t-shirt. And it's like, I don't need the t-shirt. You can just have the money. Just keep it. Keep the keychain, keep the plastic cup with your logo on it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use it. It's going to go in the trash. No, actually, it's going to go in a drawer in my house. And then in a year or two from now, then it's going to go in the trash. And we just don't need to do that. Just give it to someone either who's going to want it or just keep it on your table for your little like advertising thing.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, I don't need to take every single thing that's offered to me.
I feel like I've gotten good at not accepting items because I know they're going to accumulate in my home and I don't want that. I'm like hyper aware of that. If the t-shirt is cute,
okay, that's
which
different.
Is very specific. It's a very specific look. I will say yes.
But that's different.
That's
is
something
different. That you want.
That is different.
That you'll use.
And my other thing that I'm not good at saying no to is free food.
Okay, that's tough. Food.
But I guess that's not like an item that I own.
Wait, speaking of items that we own, I just thought of this. Okay, on the 4th of July, me and Trish went to this parade in our like parents' hometown. It was like the parade that we went to growing up. This like little rinky-dink parade. And so we went. Yeah, it's so cute. We went because Trisha's sister just had a baby. So it was really fun. Anyway, this little kid comes over. He's so cute. He was so cute. He had 2 Frisbees in his hand.
Yeah.
And he was like, does anyone want a Frisbee? And I was like, oh, like there's a little girl over there. And then he like had one more left. And then he's like, who wants it? And like, I did not want to take it because I'm like, I don't use Frisbees. I'm not going to use it. It's either going to go in the trash. Like, I'd rather him just give it to someone else. Like, but then I felt so so bad because I'm like taking it from him. And this whole ordeal was so fast. Like, it was like 10 seconds or less where we were like, and then somebody took it and it was fine. But I was like, I don't want it. I don't want it at all. But I also want to be nice to the kid that his whole goal is to give the frisbee to someone. And I feel so bad. And I'm like, what do I do? But like, I didn't take it. And I did feel guilty about it. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
I felt guilty about not taking. Yeah, because like, he wanted to excited. Like give it. Like I was like, his like joy was like giving it to people and then people getting excited over it. But I'm just like, this is like not for me. And I did feel really bad and guilty.
Not part of my journey.
It's not for me. It's passing me on the stream of life.
Yes.
You know? I did feel really bad about that. Honestly, food though is one that because I feel like we always take more food than we actually eat, and then it all goes like your eyes are hungrier than your stomach.
It's bad.
It is bad actually.
Or it's like a sugar cookie that it probably doesn't even taste good, and I definitely don't need, not that I'm like, oh, I don't need it, but it's like I really don't need the processed sugar,
and like you
in
don't
my
even
body.
Want it either.
I don't want
like that's like the truth of it, because like if it was a brownie, you wouldn't even be bringing it up. Like you'd be like, yeah, I just want the brownie. But like the extra thing, like on top of your favorite dessert, then it's like the other 3 desserts that you're like, sure, I'll try them, and it's like you don't even want that. Like I like realized a few years ago that I don't like vanilla cake. I don't think it tastes good. And I'm like, for years, I've just been like trying to convince myself that I like the taste of vanilla cake. I'm like, yeah, it's cake. Like, no, I don't want it. So if the option is vanilla cake or I'm not eating dessert, I don't want to eat dessert.
Wait, same.
It's so bad.
Yeah. Sometimes I am good at saying no. When there's like dessert where I'm like, I know that's not going to satisfy me in the way I want it to, even if it looks good. I'm like, something about it, I know it's not going to be like as sweet as I want or as rich. Or like for cookies, they're not as soft as I want. I'm good at saying no to those. But then if they're free, it is a little bit harder.
That's a good point. No, I have been getting better at saying no to dessert. I remember I was at a wedding one time though, and my friend was like, just try the cake. And I'm like, no, I don't even want it. Like, I don't like vanilla cake. Yeah. Just eat it. Just have it. I was like, why are you forcing it on me? Like, I don't want it. Like, I don't even think it tastes good. Like, if it was chocolate cake, I'd be having 5 pieces. But like, I don't want vanilla cake. Like, just ew, I don't want it. Like,
keep your cake.
Just eat it yourself. Get over it.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Do you want to hear something crazy and upsetting to me?
Yeah.
When I was younger, someone asked me if I like vanilla or chocolate better. I guess more for ice cream. And I was like, probably vanilla, to be honest. And they were like, that's no flavor. So you like no flavor more than chocolate? And I'm like, it is a flavor.
It is.
And they said it's no flavor.
Explain the vanilla plant.
What is a vanilla bean then?
It's a plant. It's a flavor. What is vanilla extract if not a flavor? I just
wanted to settle that on air. Yeah. It is a flavor.
Yes, it is.
Whoever you were.
You know what's not a flavor? Yellow cake. Because there's like yellow cake.
Yes.
That is very similar to like, it might actually be the same thing as vanilla cake. But I've noticed that a dessert that I really don't like is fruit flavored cakes. Anything that's like orange cake, like that is just vanilla cake with an orange on it. Like I don't want
that's
that.
True.
I guess it's like yellow cake with an orange on it, or like pineapple upside down cake. Like to me, that's just like yellow vanilla cake with a pineapple on it. Like ew. It's not gonna change the fact that yellow cake is terrible.
And it's bland.
So bland. Maybe if it was vanilla bean cake, I would actually like it.
Yeah, true.
Because vanilla bean ice cream slaps. Yellow cake is the problem. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a flavor.
Yellow cake is the culprit here.
It really is. Okay, I think I went last. Give me another.
Okay. This one happens to me a lot, and I feel like it does not happen to other people that much. Or I don't know. When people tell you something, but you're the one who told them that fact originally.
I did this all the time as a kid.
Wait, you would like repeat stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like if my siblings do it, I will call them out.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I'm the only one that ever says something. So I'm like, am I the only one that this happens to?
Maybe.
I might be.
It's like when you're in a friend group setting and you say a joke and nobody hears you, so nobody laughs. And then your friend says the exact same joke, just a little louder, and everyone laughs. And you're like, I actually
literally
just said that, but I said it too low, but they were the only one that heard me.
So you're laughing at me, just so you know?
Or sometimes like I'll be scared to say a joke because I'm like, that's not that funny, like not worth saying. But I'll like whisper it to the person next to me, and then they'll say it really loud and everyone will die laughing. And I'm like, wait, that was my joke actually. Right. I thought of that. I told them to say it. I was too embarrassed, but it was mine.
Pretend I said it, please.
That was on me. Okay, sorry. This one's gonna hurt some people.
Oh no. No.
Apple Watches, smartwatches, rings. I'm sorry. Oura Ring. I'm a hater. I didn't even know what an Oura Ring was until like the past few months. And I'm just like, actually, it does kind of look cute because I noticed that my one friend has one. And I was like, oh, I like that ring. And then I realized it was an Oura Ring.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, am I being influenced? But this is my take. Every few years, there's a new version, and I've never had the desire for one. Fitbit, smartwatch, Apple Watch, like running watch, GPS watch, ring, or ring. Like you need a disconnect, actually.
Yeah.
Like you need to take the ring off. And my friend had an Apple Watch, but he didn't have texts connected to it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I feel like I said that so weird.
I thought you meant technology.
Oh, yeah.
Tech.
No.
I was like,
I did say that like really, I like slurred my words when I said that. But he was like, I don't need to have my text on it. Like, I just want to see like what time it is while I'm at work. And this is my opinion. You deserve to not read every text you get the second you get it. That is what you deserve. Okay. I deserve it too. We do not need to be reading text messages as soon as we get them. Every single time we get them. Like, you read them on your own time. You read them when you can read them. Okay. You're not obligated to read every text as soon as people send it to you. And one more take. Apple Watches and photos will be the pager old school cell phone belt in the future.
Yeah.
So if you're wearing your Apple Watch at a wedding, people will look back on you and they will laugh at you and they will say, how could you ever think that that was okay to wear in a wedding photo?
Yeah, in a formal setting.
Yes. Take your Apple Watch off, please, for your wedding. Or your friend's wedding that you're in.
Yeah, you do not need to be worrying about your text messages at a wedding and having them on your wrist at all times. Like, you can take off the Apple Watch for a day. It's fine.
And you know what?
And
People
look
are
nice.
First of all, it's like it just looks goofy in a formal setting. But then also it's like people say all the time, like, oh, put your phone down. Like, take a break from your phone. Like, disconnect. But then you have your Apple Watch on. Why does nobody say, take your Apple Watch off for a second? Okay, I'm saying it. I'm saying it right now.
Right here.
Take your goddamn Apple Watch off and go to a wedding and put your phone down and go dance. Okay? You don't need the Apple Watch on your wrist.
No.
It's fine.
It looks so bad. No matter how shiny and pretty of a chain you get of like the wristband, no.
You can't fool me.
It will not match your dress ever. Or the setting. Please take it off.
Especially if you're a bridesmaid. If you are a bridesmaid in the wedding with your beautiful dress on, you please take the Apple Watch off.
I do just have to say, I do have an Apple Watch. But
I'm just kidding.
But I agree with everything said, and I really only wear it to work when I don't have my phone on me. And it's nice because I need to use a timer a lot of times, and I need to see what time it is a lot of times, like very specifically. So it's nice to have it on my wrist. And my last thing is, I like to see, people typically don't text me with urgent matters, but it is nice to see. I don't have the text like pop up and so that I can read them right away. I just have like so and so sent me a text.
Okay.
I do kind of like to know if someone has reached out to me in the past hour, and I can be like, all right, maybe I'll check that when I get a free minute, just see what's going on.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh, hold on, everyone pause, like let me check my text. And the last thing, it's nice you can tell you're getting a phone call on your wrist. So literally only at work. That is the only time I wear my Apple Watch. But it's nice to have this, it's a semi-awareness of the outside world outside of the hospital. But I'm not even like glued to it or checking it. It's just like I get the notification, so I'm somewhat aware of what's going on. But I'm like still continuing in my day. And I'm like, maybe I'll get a minute to check my phone. I'm not checking anything on my Apple Watch. It's too small, first off. But maybe I'll remember to look at my phone the next free minute I get. Maybe not. Who cares, though?
No, I also think that it's a time and a place thing.
Yeah.
Time and place. Sorry, chronically online.
And what a pun.
Wait,
a
what?
time.
Oh my God, literally. Time and place. No, but I do think that there is a time and a place for it. Exactly what you're saying, like all so valid. And like pagers, they were very, very necessary. Like people still use pagers in certain professions, like firefighters or like certain like people like that. So I'm not saying that they're totally useless and you never need one. Well, you probably don't need one.
Right. You don't need it.
Yeah, like it might make your life easier in certain ways. And some people probably do need it. Like you actually do need it. You need a timer that is easily accessible and you need to know what time it is because your job is very important. Some people, like if you're sitting at a desk all day and you work in like finance, like you probably don't need one because you have your computer and your phone next to you. Maybe if you go for a run, you can use it.
Right.
Maybe if you like, there are definitely times and places for it, but just don't sit around like wishing you had that or like wishing, like you don't need it. And every time there's a new one, like Fitbit, like all these different types of smartwatches, like you don't need the new one just because it's there. Like if you want a Fitbit, sure, get one, but like just know that you don't need the newest version every year when the new one comes out. And an Oura Ring might be good, like it might really help you and you might love it, but you don't need it. Most people do not need it.
It's not life-changing.
Yeah. And there's also a time and a place. And even still, all this can be true and you don't need to wear it at your friend's wedding. If you're a bridesmaid.
The bridesmaids, that is the craziest thing to me.
I try to remind everyone at weddings, like take off your hair ties, your Apple Watch, like everything. And some people choose to leave it on. I'm like, okay, well, I can't control you. All I can do is grant you my opinion and you take it or you don't. And it's your best friend that has to have these photos, okay? For the rest of her life.
It's just like, sorry, last point, but like in photos of like formal dresses, bridesmaids, whatever, with the Apple Watch, it's just so like almost like nerdy. It's like, oop, got my like tech gadget with me.
Seriously. What is the difference between a pager and an Apple Watch?
It really is.
The difference is the pager came out in the 80s and this one came out in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And then one's going to come out in 30 years from now and it's going to be, oh my God, remember when people used Apple Watches? Embarrassing. Like, not embarrassing, but like, it's just going to be outdated. Like you don't need it in your timeless photos. Yeah.
And in the moment you're taking that photo, what is going to happen on that watch that you need that watch with you right there? Anyways. Okay.
And it's not a fashion statement. Like
no.
An Apple Watch, especially like a smart watch like that, like you do not need it. It doesn't look cute at a wedding. Okay. Go on.
All right. Let me just throw a few out there real quick.
Okay.
I have so many. When your purse slides off your shoulder. Like when I'm reaching for something and the purse falls down. I'm
that's
at
a good point.
I'm bending down to get an orange. Purse is falling. I can't. The closed door button on an elevator, it's not real, so stop hitting it.
Oh my God. Wait, is it not real?
It's not real.
You're kidding.
I heard that somewhere. I actually can't cite my sources. I was told by someone online probably that, you know how like the TSA is like just to like calm people's anxiety.
Don't tell me that. Is it actually?
Yeah, it's like performative or something.
You're kidding.
I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I heard this on like a Netflix show or something. But also the elevator door like close and open buttons, like they don't actually do anything. They just like make you feel like you're accomplishing something and like helping you with your patience or anxiety of like whatever, like hitting that button apparently like helps people.
Has to work because some people hold the open button when like someone's running down.
True.
Maybe they do sometimes.
I don't know.
Maybe
we can
not.
Do an experiment.
We should. Oh my God, wow. Wait, I was in college, my freshman dorm. There was this guy. It was like the girl on my floor was dating this guy. And I hate to say it, he was so dumb. I was like, how did you and I get into the same college?
So
Maybe
insulting.
He didn't even go there. He might have not even gone there, actually. He might have just been dating the girl. But anyway, in the elevator, we were on the 10th floor. So it was like a journey on the elevator. And it would typically stop at like every floor.
Of course.
And he was like, oh, that trick that you press these two buttons at the same time and it doesn't stop. It's like the emergency thing. And I was like, oh, really? Does that work? And he's like, well, it works sometimes. I was like, baby, it never works. Sometimes people aren't just standing there waiting for the elevator. It doesn't work sometimes.
It works when you're the only one on it.
Yeah.
Right to your floor.
Exactly. It doesn't work. So you just admitted that it doesn't work. Okay, thank you.
That's so funny. Okay. When a fridge smells bad.
That is terrible.
A frozen windshield.
That's also sad.
People who chew with their mouths open.
I'm an offender sometimes.
Are you?
And then I realize that I'm like, okay. Actually, I don't think I do it as much as I think I do. Because then sometimes I'm eating and I'm like, do I have my mouth open? And then I don't. And then I'm like, okay, good.
At least you're aware.
I try to be.
But like, how can you not hear yourself? Well, I can hear you.
I don't.
Like, I can hear you across the room. There's no way you can't hear your own chewing.
Chewers are so, and like the gum smackers, I'm like, how do you not know? Like, do you do that at like work or like with your colleagues? Like, how do you
in
not
a
know
library
you're smacking gum? Yeah, that's so annoying.
Saying ew to someone's food.
Oh, true.
The smell of old or bagged popcorn.
Oh, well, yeah. Popcorn. Okay. There's so many different scents of popcorn.
There are. Mm-hmm. I love to eat it. Like, I love Skinny Pop and Smart Pop and all the like sea salt, salted popcorns and stuff. I hate the smell of them when the bag is opened.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I don't think I've ever noticed that.
Yeah. So I don't think it like went bad or anything. It just has a weird smell. It's like when the bag is open, it just like releases this weird smell and it like fills the space really quickly to me.
Oh my God. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye out next time. I don't really eat popcorn like that, actually.
Yeah, and I would just smell it. Like, my coworkers would eat it sometimes, like at the nursing station, and I'd be like, does no one else smell that? I think it might just be me, honestly.
Wait, maybe you are like, maybe there's some part of it that you like, because you know how if you don't like something and it's in food, you can like taste that ingredient.
Yeah.
But then if you like that ingredient, you don't really taste it as much. Maybe it's like something like that.
It could be, honestly.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have more rapid fire?
Probably. 1 second. Messy people in a shared space.
That is so annoying.
People that don't know how to use manners in public.
Yes.
Those are all obvious, you know. Hair loss. I lose a lot of hair. It's getting annoying. It's just everywhere. I try and, like, if it comes out and it's in my hand, I put it right in the trash.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say you put it back on your scalp.
I put it right back in.
I insert each strand back into my head.
I get, like, my mirrors and a microscope and I'm like, yeah. No, I try and control the loose hairs in the carpets and blankets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
If I find a single one anywhere, it sends me into like rage sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it depends on the day, I guess, but sometimes it can really get to me.
That is interesting. Okay.
Or like if it's wrapped around your toe, like stuck in a sock from laundry.
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
That is a bad feeling. Sometimes I get hairs in my butt crack and I'm like, how did that get there?
Yeah, right.
For real though.
How long has it been there?
Yeah.
I have 2 more final ones. They're both related.
Okay.
The low-rise fits that are going around TikTok.
Oh God, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And then based on that, bad outfits on TV. I can't focus on the TV show if the outfits aren't hitting, you know?
That is so funny. I cannot believe that, actually.
Yeah, it's distracting. I tried watching like old Love Island. Those girls are just very trendy. Like, they will wear like the trendiest of trendiest pieces, which good for them. Like, they're living, they're feeling good and they look good, you know, and for like the time, like those outfits like slayed. But looking back on like 2018 Love Island, I'm like, I can't hear what they're saying because the outfits are so bad.
That is a fashion girly true and true.
Yeah, you know.
She can't shake it.
I can't.
That's hilarious. Wait, speaking of fashion, one of mine was, okay, this is tricky, I will say, but buying a new dress for every occasion or wedding that you attend that you will only wear once. And I want to know, where do all the Revolve dresses go? Like, where are all the cute dresses? Because I go to weddings and I see these beautiful girls wearing the coolest dresses. They're so beautiful and they're like a little bit cool, but also like timeless. Like, you can tell these things are expensive. But then I go to a thrift store and I don't see any of them. Right. And I look on Poshmark and it kind of sucks because I look up like this dress, like wedding guest dress, and I see something from 2002 that's made of jersey cotton and it's like this short little thing with like ruching on the side. And I'm like, now why is this the first thing on Poshmark?
And they've tagged black tie wedding.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
It should honestly be illegal. Like, they should be kicked off the platform. If you're putting these keywords into your description that aren't relevant. But I seriously want to know where all these cute dresses are going, because I had this theory that people buy a dress from Revolve or like a more expensive brand like that have really pretty dresses. They wear it once and they're like, oh, well, maybe I'll wear that again. But then a few months later, like, even if it was too much money to justify, by the time the next event or wedding comes, you're like, yeah, but like I just wore that, or like now I'm in the mood to wear something else. And you're like, oh, but like whatever. And then you keep it in your closet for a few years and you're like, yeah, I'll keep that for my friend, my daughter, my whatever. And then in a few years of not touching it, after it sits in your closet, then you're going to give it away.
Yep.
And then it's either not going to be cute anymore or like outdated. It's going to be like I feel like they get like, sometimes when clothing just sits for a while, it like dry rots. Like, it just isn't nice anymore. It's like discolored. Like, I don't know. But I'm like, where are all these dresses going? Like, I don't understand how people are buying like $500 dresses every time you go to a wedding, and then you wear it once, and then where does it go after this?
I agree.
I need to know. And how do I attain it?
Also, how is everyone so casual with spending that much money regularly?
I do not understand. Like, I hate justifying spending hundreds of dollars on a dress that I'm going to wear one time, especially if it's somebody's wedding that I don't care about that much. Like, okay, I hate to say this. I love my family, but like, I don't need to show off my best looks for my family. Like, they're going to love me whether I wear a dress from high school or dress from Revolve, and they're really not going to know the difference.
Right.
But
my cousins don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but if I'm going to a friend's wedding where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to like look cute and like be cool and like fit in, like, you know, not fit in, but like have fun with my friends and like look cute, I want to wear like the cool dress.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I am not spending hundreds of dollars. And like the thing with a wedding is if you're buying a new dress from Revolve every time you go to a wedding, you're spending hundreds of dollars on a dress, $150 at least like on this gift you're giving,
right?
Maybe more if you know the person really well, and then you're possibly spending hundreds of dollars on a hotel, and then some people get their hair done. I've seen so many wedding guests recently that have like an updo that was styled by a professional.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where? But now to go to a wedding, it's like almost $1,000.
For
like,
real.
This shit is adding up. And I'm like, I don't want to spend that. Like, I don't want to spend $600 on every wedding I attend. Like, I just want to, I don't know. I want to go and leave. And like, I wish I could just borrow my friend's dress, but I feel like nobody, like we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Or like you're slightly different sizes, or like the dress code for this one isn't the same as that one. So I can't wear that. Or like you went to a wedding in winter and now mine's in the summer. Like, I want to know where all these girls are. What are you doing with your Revolve dresses? Okay. Put them on Poshmark. Send me the link.
For real.
I want to know. Like, I don't get it.
Because you know they're not rewearing it, especially if they're an influencer. They're not going to rewear it.
No.
Maybe they were gifted it to wear for the event, take pictures, and then send it back. But like...
But still, where does it go?
Right.
Oh, wait, send it back, you mean?
Sometimes...
But I feel like they don't.
I know. I don't know how it works. And I don't think that's how it works, but maybe...
I used to work at a fashion brand, and I will say, like, if it was a wedding gown, sometimes we would send it out and they would do like a styled shoot in it or like engagement shoot in it, and they would send it back. But if it's just like a dress off the website that's a few $100s, we would just gift it to them.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it doesn't cost the site $200. Like, it costs them like $12
probably,
and then they're selling it for $500.
Yep.
Which is insane.
But how is everyone, this is a little bit off, but on to what we were saying, how is everyone so casual about spending so much money all the time now? Like, how does everyone have a Prada purse right now?
Oh, they're fake. I think a lot of them are fake. I think a ton of them are fake, and very few, it's from DHgate, and very few are from the actual store.
Like, everyone has their YSL,
fake.
Prada, like...
Yeah, they're fake.
Goyard, or however you say it.
100%. Yeah. I would bet a lot of money that if you go to a bar and every girl in their like lower 20s is in like has this cute little like YSL bag, like it's probably fake.
Okay. Because I'm online, of course.
Yeah.
Chronically online. And I'm just seeing girls that are even like younger than me, and they have all like expensive, well, the clothes are probably not fake, but I think they're probably getting like gifted to them. But they have like crazy expensive clothes, crazy expensive bags, and it's always new.
Wait, yeah, are we talking influencers or like normal people?
Influencers.
Okay, influencers might be different. That might be a different ball game. I'm talking like
also
normal
normal people. I just feel like everyone right now is like able to spend $500 on a wedding guest dress.
Yeah.
And I'm not. And I'm like, okay,
I
what
also
am I
think that people do it because they feel like they have to, when like you don't have to.
Yeah,
like I know
true.
even some of my own friends are like, I mean, I just have to buy the dress. Like I have to get a dress, and it's just going to cost this much. And it's like, well, you don't have to. It's like, but we want to. And like I want to too. Like I want to wear the prettiest dress that I've ever seen to like my friend's wedding. But like, yeah, it's so hard. And then I talk myself into it too. Like me and Trish were talking about this right before we started recording, but I saw the most beautiful like guest formal dress that I've ever seen. It's $600.
You should name it so people can look it up.
No, I don't want to name it because it's sold out right now. And I kind of want
It's unattainable.
I kind of want to buy it. But I was going to wear it 3 times. Like I was justifying it. I was like, I can wear it to these 3 weddings that are all completely different people, and I can save it and take it on like a tropical vacation or something like that. But the first time I did see it, it was on a fashion influencer, and she probably got it for free because she probably did photos for the brand or whatever. But I was like talking myself into it because I was looking for a dupe of it. And I'm like, I know these are going to look cheap and ugly. And then I'm like, do I do? And then I'm like $600, and I'm like, it's a kind of a designer, so I probably could resell it for at least a few $100s. And then if I resold it for a few $100s and I wore it 3 times, it's like, oh, that's only like this much, and then people pay that much on like Rent the Runway to wear something one time. So is it worth it? But anyway, I didn't do it. Well, I didn't do it because it was sold out.
Sad.
It's probably a good thing that it was sold out. But to your point about like normal people having designer bags, I think some people buy certain designer bags for like certain things in their life. Like when I was in France, like me and my one friend, we each bought a designer bag.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if you got
it's
something.
a designer that I loved. And I'm like, okay, my friend's theory is like a bag or like a staple item that's an investment that you get one of for every like major thing in your life. And so this was like a major thing. We were in France together for 2 weeks. It was our first time in Paris. That's like a big thing.
Yeah,
in my opinion
too.
Yeah, so we each got one. And it was like, I was like back and forth. And I'm like, this is a lot of money. But like also it's like one of my favorite designers. So, like I'm just going to get it. And it's an investment piece. And like my other friend was like, don't just put your lip gloss in that. Like put it in a bag and then put it in that. Because if your lip gloss breaks inside of that bag, like, and it's all, you're never going to be able to fix it. And I was like, true. I am never going to put stuff in it. Like I'm never going to raw dog this bag.
No, you can't.
That was so much money.
Never would have thought of that.
Yeah. So I'm going to put everything into like bags first whenever I use expensive products. But all I see on TikTok is DH Gate haul, and it's like, here's my Louis bag here. And now I see videos that are like 10 like luxury items that I would never buy because there are so many fake ones that it doesn't even matter. Like apparently Cartier stopped authenticating their love bracelets because they were so easily replicated that even Cartier like couldn't tell the difference between a real one and like on a fake one. And so unless you like don't have the box, which like a lot of these fake ones even come with the box, right, with the logo and everything, like even the supplier cannot tell the difference. So I think that things like that and like really easy to make bags, like if it's just like a simple, like a lot of YSL bags, they are beautiful and they're beautifully made, but like they are more simple design, which is what a lot of people want. Like you want a classic simple black bag that's leather, but that's very easy to replicate. So I've been trying to think of like when I invest in pieces that I really, really love. So whether they're simple or not, I really like it and I will wear it all the time. Or pieces that are like an interesting designer that isn't easily replicated. The design is like something special and it's not just like this simple thing. It has like more going into it. It's like a work of art rather than just like an everyday bag.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of how I'm going to try to go for it, like going forward, because like I see these bags and I'm like, I would literally not even buy this because even if it was real, it's the difference between real and fake is becoming so gray at this point.
I agree.
There almost isn't value in the real one for certain things.
Yeah. It's like not as impressive when I do see like all these girls with their designer bags because I'm like, everyone's got that bag.
Yeah. And I've seen girls on TikTok be like, when I see these 5 products, I automatically assume they're fake because they're the most duplicated like luxury items. And it'll be like these certain handbags or like certain wallets. And they are just so widely duplicated that like most people's assumption is that they're fake before they're real. Like before thinking that it's real, people are probably like, it's fake.
Yeah.
And like I would never say that to someone because like also who cares? Like if this girl wants to buy like this fake bag that's just as pretty as the real one, like I'm not going to go over to her and be like, your bag is fake. Like I'm just I don't care. But I do think I'm starting to question like the value in buying certain designer items. Not that I have a ton, like I don't have any, like I have one now that I bought one, but like I don't know. It's like it's interesting now that this is like, especially with the Cartier thing, when I heard that, and I don't know how true that is, like the fact that they don't authenticate their love bracelets, like I don't know if that's actually true, but like when I heard that I was like, that's a really interesting point because typically people invest in these bags because a lot of them gain value over the years. Like they make a limited edition, they only make a certain number of this design and every year the design is different, so like it becomes more valuable over time. But now because they're so widely made, it's like it's almost like getting like a Toyota Camry, like anyone can have one. It doesn't really matter anymore. Like I don't know.
I feel like, not to call people out at all, but I feel the same about like designers that are carried at TJ Maxx and Marshalls.
Oh, interesting.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like they kind of like lose their value.
Yeah.
This is so bad, but it's because they're more accessible to more people.
No, that's very true.
So
And that's
like
probably
less impressive again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why like when they're so like easily replicated, it just becomes accessible to everyone. Then it's like it's not even special anymore. Like you used to want it because it was this like cool design that like not everyone could have. Like you need to have like good style, you need to understand like all this stuff, and you need to have money because they're expensive. But like I think style and like taste also goes into it. But now it's like that Gucci belt that was really popular in like 2016.
Oh yes.
It's like I wouldn't even want to wear that belt, like because so many people have it. It's like whether you like it or like whether it's real or not, it's like I don't need to wear the exact same outfit as every other girl at the bar. Like I want to wear something like unique.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess, and like not just get the thing that everyone has. Yeah, it's a weird line.
It is
when you're like, there was a brand, I forgot what it was, but they were kind of like hated on because any overstock they would destroy it. So they were destroying like leather goods.
Well, yes, that's what I'm not saying that like, oh, it's bad to be selling stuff at Marshalls and TJ Maxx. I shop there all the time, so keep them coming. Like I love it, but you know that they're selling them at a discounted price, so it's it devalues it in a way that it's like, okay, is the original price even reflective of like what it's actually worth and like the materials and whatever quality of it?
And the answer is no.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. If you're selling it for like half the price, then it was, or like a quarter of the price, a fraction of the price, like it was probably never worth the full price.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually.
So.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, the designer thing is interesting. I don't know. I actually feel like I want to find like more like up and coming people that a lot of people haven't heard of that have like interesting design, and it's not just like a classic black bag. It's more like there's something that goes into the design that makes it different that not anyone could like, and maybe some people don't even like it. Like the bag that I got in Paris, like I'm sure some people would look at it and be like, I don't like it, but like that's okay. It's my style. It's a little bit weird. It's like a little bit different. It's not like, I don't know. I mean, it's also kind of normal, but like, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it is interesting. I want to find like other kinds of designers that are making these like weirder choices or like different kinds of designs that I want to invest in rather than like just the same bag that every single person has. So then I don't think it's as cool.
Yeah.
And maybe that's like a weird like like on the last episode, Tricia's friend, you were saying they said, oh, you got that because you're trying to be unique. Like you got that piercing because you're trying to be unique.
Yeah. He wasn't like, being mean, but yes, he did say that.
I'm like, I just want to do certain things because I'm trying to be unique. But like weirdly, like this might not be good, but if everyone has something, it makes me dislike it.
No, same. And I think that is normal.
Okay.
Yeah. When I'm looking at clothes and stuff, I do like the trends that are happening like in that time period, but I feel myself constantly looking for something that is trendy but slightly different than what everyone else has. So it's still unique but still on trend at the same time. Like it's like you want to be different but not too different.
Yeah,
which I think is totally normal.
That's what your personal style is, though.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's cool. Like that's what I think that's cooler. I actually like that. And like I'm not talking like, I don't know, because there's certain things that everyone has that I do like classic straight fit jeans or like a classic pair of like little black leather booties. Like, yeah, every girl has it, but like it's because it's a staple item in your wardrobe, or like a little black dress or like something like that. I more mean like the accessories that I think people are only buying because they want to like fit in.
Yes.
And an example is the classic Gucci belt with the gold GG like hardware.
Either
and I'm just
fit
like,
in or show off.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
Or both. Yeah. And it's just like that's not even cute anymore because like I feel like style and like fashion is exciting when it's unique because that's what makes you stand out and like be noticed. So like in a sea of Gucci belts, like what do you want to be wearing? The Gucci belt, or do you want to be wearing the interesting, I don't even know,
scarf, chain?
Yeah.
wacky belt.
Exactly. Something with a little pizzazz, you know?
I mean, if it makes you happy, then wear it, obviously.
Yeah.
And like, if you have a designer bag that everyone else has, but it's real, you spent your hard-earned money on it, it was really expensive, it was a big like gift for yourself, good job. Like, we're not saying anything bad about that. This is just like our own, you know.
I know.
And even if it's fake, I've bought fake stuff too. So no hate to the people who can't afford the real thing.
No, I agree.
And go with the fake route.
I was about to
save your money.
I was just about to buy a fake like piece of jewelry thing, and then I literally saw a TikTok that was like, it was like similar to like the Cartier love bracelet where like a lot of people have it. And I saw a TikTok that said, here's like 5 luxury items that if I see them on someone, I'm going to assume that it's fake. Like seeing that TikTok, I assume these are fake because of how much they're duplicated. Like it made me not want it anymore. And I was like, okay, interesting. I have to do some deep diving on why that thought process happened to me.
I've had that too. Or like if I am looking at dupes and there's like a ton of the same dupe, I'm like, okay, this thing was popular. The original was popular enough for 13 other brands to go make a dupe of it. So like that means that everyone's got it. Maybe I don't want it. Maybe I've just been seeing it everywhere and think I want it, but I actually don't want it. I don't know.
And also, I'm not like ashamed to say this. Literally, I could like something. I could like the design. And if every single person like in the bar had it, it would make me not like it. Like I would be like, oh, I think it's boring now. Like it must be boring. And I want something that's like weird and like unique. And I don't know.
There are TikTokers that I've seen that highlight like small businesses or local businesses where they do have like unique whatever accessories, purses that they like handcraft, which is cool.
That is cool.
I'll send you some if I see them again.
Okay, yes, send me some. Me and Tricia are gonna try to get on like cool trends before they hit the market. So we'll keep you guys posted.
Hipsters, as some might have said back in 2016.
We were kind of OG hipsters in a way.
You know. You know.
Guys, I've been saying that the episodes can be shorter, and then I'm looking at the time and we've been recording for 1 hour and 36 minutes.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's all fun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
I didn't even finish my list though, so I could.
Well, I'm sure I have more.
We can just keep going. Yeah. What if we just stopped the recording and then just started again? We were like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Part 2.
Welcome back.
Although we've been yapping. What time is it now? Okay, so it's 7:17. Trish got here at 1:30 or no 2:15. Yeah. So it has been 5 hours and we have been nonstop yapping the entire time.
We have. And I think that it was 5 hours last time we recorded too.
It's just hard to not yap for so long.
Yeah.
We have so much. And then as soon as we're about to record, I'm like, oh, one more thing.
No, same. I said, hold on, before you start the camera, I have to ask. Yeah.
It's okay. That's why we're made to do this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening to our podcast. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.